Hi everybody, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Michael. You're watching another episode of Star Wars News and Views, and today we're going to be talking about a new casting report for the upcoming Han Solo film, directed by Chris Miller and Phil Lord.
Yep.
So this report comes to us from Variety, who is reporting that they're looking for a female lead.
Yeah, and so far for the short list, there was 3 names. There was Zoe Kravitz, there was Tessa Thompson, and then there was Naomi Scott. And I don't really know too much about Tessa Thompson and Naomi Scott, but I know Zoe Kravitz from Mad Max.
Mad Max, yeah, she's in Mad Max.
Yeah, so what we're thinking is we think that it might be Han Solo's wife that was mentioned in the comics.
In the comics, yeah. The new Marvel series. It was one of the earlier issues, actually.
Yeah, and she, kind of surprises him and says, oh, you remember me? We're still married from the past. And it's kind of apparently they had to get married to do some, job at some point.
It was a robbery.
Yeah.
So, basically what happens is by the end of the story arc, you discover that, okay, she's not really his wife, but she legally is because it was part of a scam involving a robbery, but then it just never got annulled. So technically he's been married the whole time, and there's this whole Leia's jealous storyline played out.
Yeah, so we'll see. I think that might be an avenue they can go down. So far we haven't seen anything from the comics directly influence anything from the movies yet.
Yeah.
But it's a possibility, and it would explain sort of the backstory of this scene in the comic books.
Yeah. And the other thing that they're also adding, Variety's also adding in the same report, is a follow-up on the reports of Lando Calrissian being cast. And we've reported on this before, and what they're saying is that they already casted a round of actors, and even though Donald Glover has been sort of campaigning for the part, they're still nonetheless doing now a second round of casting for Lando.
Yeah, which they said, Variety states that it doesn't necessarily mean that they aren't going to choose Donald Glover, but just that they want to be sure of their decision, and they're going to go through another list of people.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
And, well, also I was just going to add, I'm sure some people will also say, maybe this is some sort of love interest for Lando, only because the actresses that they're looking at seem to be mostly darker skinned.
Yeah.
And, okay, Lando's black, I guess. It could not even be some sort of romantic interest.
Yeah, it could just be a complete other, I don't know. Well, I think his wife was sort of like a bounty hunter as well, a thief or something.
Yeah.
Right? But,
yeah, they were doing, smuggling together.
Yeah. But it could also just be a different smuggler that's not related to this person at all from the comics. But yeah, it could be anyone. We don't even know if it's love interest yet.
Yeah,
right?
It would be a good opportunity to tie it into the new canon that they're establishing, where they're trying to make everything sort of cross-connected. Yeah. And she wasn't a love interest. It was a scam, right?
Yeah.
So she was a partner that he kind of double-crossed in a way, and they're trying to pull off this job. So even that could be part of the plot of the movie.
Yeah, which I think is actually a better route to go down, because obviously we know who Han ends up with, so I don't think that he really needs a love interest. And Lando was a bachelor, as was in episode 5. I don't think he needs a love interest either.
Yeah.
And I don't think every movie needs to have a love interest. I think that it would be nice to just have a female character in that's just another person that doesn't have to be tied to a male character.
Anyway, though, those are just our immediate thoughts when we heard this.
Yeah.
So, let us know what you guys think of this, anything you have to add, and I guess we'll find out what the deal is with that in a couple months when they start announcing official casting.
Yeah.
And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next episode.